Hi, welcome to Kicks for Games. I am Kicking Your Face, and today I want to talk about what could make the Vita better. One thing I've seen many people do is they say Uncharted all the time. When someone asks you, name good games, people will always say Uncharted. My question is Uncharted holding the Vita back? I say that because they were first put off as a gamer. I want Uncharted. I will take Uncharted no matter what. But from a business decision, is Uncharted making Sony Vita really harder to sell? But when I think about it, if Microsoft had a handheld and they had Halo on there, and people asked me, and I asked people what were good games, and they would say Halo, 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 all I would do would say yeah, and do that with people now about Uncharted. They do the same thing, like yeah. So I'm thinking maybe Uncharted should be stay on consoles no matter what. Holding it back, business decision, just keep it on consoles. It was nice for Golden Abyss to show what the Vita can really do. It's been there, but let's keep Uncharted on consoles. Get that full experience. Get the multiplayer in there. For some reason, a lot of people are all about PS1 games on Vita. Yeah, I have PS1 games too. I have the Resident Evils. I have 1 and 3 actually. But when you go back to them, they're hard to play. They're not the best gameplay. Yeah, they're good, but they're PS1 games. I don't particularly have those games in my collection anymore, so it is nice to play. But what I really want, I would want PS2 games. When Vita was first announced, I predicted that PS2 games weren't on PS3 right now because they were going to be released as remakes or just Vita editions. And, you know, who was going to argue with the Vita if you had, let's say, 2-3 PS2 classics come out every week? Like, I mean, PS2 classics, greatest hits. Like, anything else that wasn't greatest hit, don't even worry about. But if you had those games coming out for the Vita, who was going to argue any games for the Vita? PS2 had over 1,000 games in its library. Who was going to argue Vita? No one. Vita was going to have games, more games than you could count. Right now there's a slump. A couple games just released, Gravity Rush, Lego Batman soon. But after that, there's 2 months in between a new game coming out. And after there's going to be like 3 or 4 games coming out during that period, then there'll be 2 more months in between. If you had PS2 games, yeah, you know what, you would already have games. Another games thing that I wanted was PlayStation Mobile. Made me get PlayStation Mobile. Dollar games, let's do it. Yeah. Phone games aren't the best. But you know what? When I have a Vita, a quad core, if I buy a game for it, I know it's going to work. On my phone, if I buy a game, no guarantee it's going to work. You could buy a phone right now and still be 6 months behind on technology. You can buy a phone now, go buy a new game, no guarantee it's going to be optimized or anything for it. It's going to lag, run slow. Moving on, another point I would like to make, which would make the Vita better, open world games. At least 1 or 2 would help. Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation looks like it's gonna fill that void a little bit. But for some reason, Sony's waiting for the next Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto made PSP games pretty good. I didn't particularly like them, but it looks like Sony's just waiting for that Rockstar to put that game on there. Just like they're waiting for the Call of Duty. Everything else, it just looks like they're waiting. Like, I've been playing Saints Row 2 lately because I'm a PlayStation Plus member, and Saints Row 2 is just, you know what, open world, I'm getting into it. If I had that on my Vita, I would game all day. But I have to go to people's houses, this and that, so I get mad when I can't just play Saints Row because I just want to play. I just want to game. I just want to be an addict. So why don't I have one of these games on my Vita? Then you go to United Front Games. They're making Sleeping Dogs. And obviously Sony has a good relationship with them. Mod Nation Racers and Little Big Planet Karting. They trust them to make them core franchises for PlayStation. Why isn't Sleeping Dogs a Vita game? Can you imagine Sleeping Dogs on a Vita? Even if it wasn't the same story, if it was a side story, just like Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation, it's in the same time period, but a different story. Don't you think that would help the Vita? Another open world game, that Lego City Undercover that was shown with the Wii U. I don't know if it's exclusive to the Wii U, but it looked kind of fun. I wouldn't mind playing it. I'm sure as hell not going to buy a Wii U to play it. Bring that to Vita, open world. I would love it. And another thing, the last point I had, this is what I imagined when Vita was still first announced as an NGP. I want the Vita as a controller. People would complain that, oh, that's an expensive controller. That's not the point of it. You go down a friend's house and, hey, I would love to play co-op with you, but I only have one controller. Hey, don't worry. I have a Vita. You pull it out, connect it, and there you go. You're playing co-op with your friend. Yeah, expensive controller? No. It's just comes in handy when you have it. Everything that the Wii U is doing right now with this tablet controller is everything I imagined the Vita could do with the PS3. I imagined some kind of first-person shooter, one person using the Vita, one person using a controller. The gameplay comes to a point where you have to defuse a bomb, and the person with the Vita, it gets issued the orders, you got to defuse the bomb. While you're playing split screen, now that you're issued the command to defuse the bomb, you actually look at your Vita screen as if you're a real person looking through some kind of fiber optics, and you're looking inside the bomb. Now second person has to defend you while you're defusing the bomb. He gets the entire screen and he's defending you, shooting people, blah blah blah, and that creates replayability. Because that person who's defusing the bomb, he can't see what's going on the base screen. So next time you want to like switch around, hey, you defuse the bomb, I'm going to defend this time. I want to see what the difference was. Why couldn't the Vita be like that? Of course, the Wii U's doing a little bit different things. Stars throwing at the screen. I could do without. I could use the Vita screen as a map. That would be sweet. RPG where you're just running around open field, then you look down real quick, oh, I gotta go over there, I gotta turn around and go to that side of the map. Why can we not do that? But that's all I really got. Hopefully other people have other opinions. What could make the Vita better? Don't say price drop, because that's just lame. If that's all you got, then I don't want to hear it. But price drop, blah blah blah. But give me real opinions of what could make the Vita better. Thanks for watching and listening. Catch you guys.